Okay, I don't know.
Hello, hello. This is Lady Lou, the baby boomer babe. We're coming to you live on Facebook and YouTube, and we're so glad you're here. We've got an exciting show, our daily Reset for Success show. We have our special guest and we have our regular co host, Miss Marion LaSalle. Say hello, Marion.
Hello.
Hello. And our special guest is Ricki McKenna. Say hi, Ricki.
Hello. Hi. How
We're
are you?
glad. We're so glad you're here. We've got an exciting show because Ricki is a nutritionist and a whole bunch of other wonderful things, a life coach, and we'll let her give a little description. If you would, Ricki, go ahead and tell the folks who you are and what you do, just
Oh my
briefly.
gosh. Very briefly. Yeah, I am a certified nutritionist, functional nutritionist, and I'm a certified life and dream builder health coach. And I'm also a foodie and a chef. I absolutely love food. So as a nutritionist, I don't threaten people with, you can't eat this, you can't eat that. No, I have a passion for people and food. And I love to see people really enjoying their lives and not be afraid of food.
Oh, I like that because I
Mhm.
am not afraid of food.
Good.
So, Marion, have you got any thing you would like to share with the audience before we get started?
Well, I'm just glad that we're all here. I know everybody's stuck at home, and I'm looking at it as I get to be at home. I'm a goer and a blower, and so for me to be at home, most people that know me think, "Oh my God, Marion, you must be miserable." But you know what? I could get used to this. Okay.
Also, I'll tell you something, Marion. Your dog is very happy that you're home.
Oh, I know. I know. We have two dogs, a 100-pounder and a 10-pounder. And both of them are just, they don't know, they're going to be separation anxiety if we leave again, right? Because we're just always here. But
Oh,
I'm glad that the Daily Reset show is up and running because I think we all need it right now. And we are bringing you the best guests ever. People that are going to keep us healthy and happy and prosperous during this time that we're all together here at home. And so
yeah.
today we brought Ricki back because she brought so many wonderful ideas to us the first time. It was overwhelming. You were the highest rated show we've ever had, Ricki. So we wanted to
Wow.
make sure that we brought you back. Number one, because you're a fantastic person and we love you. Number
Mm.
two, you have great information and you're very clear on how you present it to us. And number three, we had a dear friend of ours, Dehydrate, didn't
Oh
know he was
no.
dehydrated. He went outside and fell down on the concrete and smashed into his face. It's just terrible.
Oh
All
dear.
because he was dehydrated. So I thought, what a perfect time for us to be talking about hydrating or dying.
Oh,
Well,
yes.
thank you so much for having me back, for having me on the show and having me back. That's really an honor, Marion and Lou. I really appreciate it. And I know the person of whom you speak, and I didn't realize that was one of the causes of his fall. And I'm so sad to hear that. But he's
He
doing well.
he knew he was dehydrated because when he went to the hospital, they told him that's why he passed out because he was so dehydrated. So
Well,
don't let yourself get like that. Listen to what Ricki has to say today. He didn't even know he was dehydrated.
no, most of us don't
Mm-mm.
because we wait, unfortunately, until we're thirsty and we feel, oh gosh, I need a drink.
I got a
That's
drink.
the time. Absolutely. Ta-da.
I,
Yes.
I'm
I've still got
drinking
my
my
smoothie.
zeal. I'm
All
drinking my
right.
zeal.
I'm gonna go get some zeal shortly. Actually, I'm gonna ask Richard to be an angel and get me some. But seriously, actually, I have a whole list, and I believe you have that, Marianne, how you can recognize the signs of dehydration. And it's not just, it's sneaky, is what it is. And sometimes when we're outside, now, for example, early this morning, we went for a walk, and if you perspire, you're dehydrating. And you've got to replace that in your system. And no matter what you're doing, if you're walking around, and interestingly, people feel as though, well, I'm in the house and the air conditioning's on, so I'm fine. But what they don't realize is that air conditioning is drying the air. It's taking the humidity out of the air.
Yes.
So if you ever notice, sometimes during the summer when it's really hot, your plants get drier, the indoor plants.
Yes.
As well as you don't even realize it. But you've got to water them either more water once a week or whenever you water them, or give them a little bit more each day or whatever they take. But everything dries out.
That's true. My plants are just as dry as they can be. And I'm like, I just watered you 3 days ago. What's up with that?
Well, but you've been using your air conditioning as well, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah, and we don't realize that. And also, did we realize that the body is made up of about 70% water, and it's basically salt water? And so I get a little goofy with some of the doctors that say, oh, stay away from salt. Salt is naturally in some of the foods that we eat, especially vegetables, and some meats. But we also need to ingest some salt every week, every day, really, because we are salt water. If you've ever licked your arm or your hand, the back of your hand when you're sweaty, what's it taste like?
Salt.
Yeah.
It does.
And so I'm not saying drink a glass of salt water, but
no, please.
Be careful when you're eating a salty food or something, because I find a lot of canned foods now, and I'm thinking that a lot of people are using up their canned goods at this time of being home all the time, or buying more canned goods because they're non-perishable, basically, at least for 6 months. But there's a lot of salt in foods. And if you've ever noticed, even some of the soup manufacturers now are saying, low sodium, or low sodium, that and the other thing. The chicken broth, you can buy low sodium. But be careful, because there is still sodium in there. And the sodium chloride is what you need in your system. It keeps you alive. It has electrolytes. And it also, water helps you maintain your temperature. And
Is it good to take electrolytes, Ricki? Extra electrolytes?
Depending on your system, and if you're doing a lot of athletic work or you're perspiring a lot, it can help. Yeah, but I wouldn't overdo it, because I know a lot of people eat a banana, have some peaches. Both of those are high in potassium. It's not just bananas; peaches have them too. Have potassium as well. And eat the foods that have electrolytes in them. But yes, you can take an electrolyte supplement. Is that what you're talking about, Louise?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And why would you want to take one?
I'd rather have the banana.
Okay, I'm for that. As I said, I'm a foodie, and I really am for having other things besides just supplements. Supplements are wonderful. And especially with water, there's no substitute for water. Sorry, folks, coffee doesn't hack it, because coffee is a diuretic. It removes water. And for people who are retaining water, the problem is usually your body is going, I'm not getting enough water, so I'm going to hold on to this. So drink more water. It's almost counterintuitive.
Not almost. It really is. I mean, it's like, I'm bloated. I should drink more water and add more water. It's like, yes.
Well, one of the things right, exactly. One of the things I find working with seniors a lot is they don't want to drink more water. And the reason is because we have to hit the bathroom more. And as far as when I stand up in front of seniors, when we can be in person and on here, I'll say to everybody out there, I don't care how many times you have to go pee, drink more water.
It's a small price to pay for staying hydrated.
And for staying healthy. It keeps you
I
from
totally understand that, but there are certain circumstances where it is really a bummer to have to pee. So I used to be a truck driver, and the men could just whip out a jar or something. But no, I had to literally stop somewhere, and because we were on a rotation. Like, they were waiting for my truck. We had 12-hour shifts, and when they were waiting for my truck. So if I was late, my goodness, they were mad. Well, guess what? I have to stop to go to the bathroom.
Of course.
Because I did try, but that didn't work. Okay.
Yeah.
No one wants pee all over their pants.
No, and we are constructed differently from the men. So.
And there are lots of industries out there, not just truck drivers, who it's a real hassle to have to go to the bathroom. You have scheduled time, like if you're in retail or you're a doctor or whatever, you have scheduled time to be able to go to the bathroom. And so, yes, I totally get it. So, Ricki, my question, because I brought that up, the question I have is it okay to drink a whole lot at a certain amount of time? Like, say, when you get off work to the time you go to bed, or when you wake up, can you drink a lot more between the time you wake up and the time you have to go to work?
Well, one of the excellent question. Thank you, Marion. One of the things that I recommend for most people is when you wake up in the morning, have a hot cup of water with lemon juice.
That's what I've been doing. I've been a good girl.
Good girl. And what that does is it flushes the nightly gunk that your system collects when you're prone, assuming you sleep in a bed, laying down. But seriously, start with the water. If you want a cup of coffee after that, that's fine. However, what I've heard from people, and it's really interesting, you said you were drinking the Zeal. The Zeal is full of nutrients. It's full of botanicals, and it's actually a wonderful immune booster at this point. And one of the things that I found, I'll drink a cup of water, and it can be a half a cup of water with a little, a quarter of a lemon or something like that in, but get that flush in your system. Then have your breakfast, drink your coffee, whatever you want. Then I take the Zeal and I put it in, or any drink, in a thermos, and I sip it during the day. And I'll probably go through 16 ounces of water that way without even noticing it, and enjoying the water and the Zeal, whatever you want to put in your water, whether it's more lemon juice or squeeze some orange juice or something like that. But what I find, thank you.
You got your drink, huh?
I got my drink now. Thank you.
Well, Ricki, when you say lemon juice, are you talking about a fresh squeezed lemon juice or the bottled lemon juice?
Either one, like real lemon stuff. That's fine. If that's, if it's better for you that way, that's great.
Okay.
If you can use the fresh lemons, I like fresh everything when possible.
Yes.
And so I would prefer, but if you don't have it and it's quick in the morning and you need to get out, use it's either lemon or lime juice. The lemon juice helps your body to really flush out the toxins. And that's one of the reasons we need to drink more water, because we do acquire toxins walking around. I mean, the air can be full of pollutants, especially if you're walking on a busy street or something like that downtown. It lubricates your joints. So in removing the waste, it also helps your joints move better. It helps your circulation. If you don't have water, your body can't circulate the nutrients you put in, the food. And it also helps get into your, everything get into your system. It lubricates your eyes. Do you ever find when you're dehydrated or you're feeling bad, your eyes get dry? Yeah. Even with air conditioning, because it's drying out your system? Mm-hmm.
It's funny now, because our friend got dehydrated and passed out. I asked him, I said, well, didn't you have any symptoms? He says, no, Marion, I had no idea. I just remember back that I haven't had any water lately because of, stuff that's going on. He got distracted and he was trying to get, his supplies into his house and blah, blah, blah. He got busy with work and he said, I haven't been drinking any water. And I thought, oh my God, there's no symptoms?
Yep. Nope.
Except for maybe dry eye?
Well, maybe dry eye. Oh, fatigue. Absolutely. Actually, I'll give you a list of the symptoms.
Okay. Let's listen up here.
Here's how you recognize the signs of dehydration.
Okay.
Number one, that you don't have to pee a lot, little or no urine. I mean, if you're a truck driver and you're driving and you're going for 100 miles without a stop or whatever the distance is, urine that's darker than usual. That's another thing. If it's supposed to be a light yellow color, and if it's darker than usual, that could indicate dehydration. It's also an indicator of some other things possibly. Dry mouth. Here's a biggie. Sleeplessness or fatigue. That's what got Steve. Besides the lack of water. Fatigue is a big one. I remember a woman in one of the senior residences that I visit who said, I'm not drinking a lot of water and I have to take a nap at noon. She takes a nap. And I said, well, let's try this. Set your watch or your phone for every 30 minutes. Put a little alarm on there for every 30 minutes. And when that goes off, take a couple of sips of water. Take a glass of water, whatever. And I spoke with her the following week, as your party drink there, yes. And she said, I haven't been as tired. So that's the other thing. Headaches, confusion, dizziness or lightheadedness. That's if Steve fell, you lose your balance sometimes because you're dizzy and you're lightheaded. If you're crying or you're weeping, but there's no tears, that's a problem. Ooh. Extreme thirst is the point where probably Steve his body was thirsty. It may not have been feeling that I need a drink, I'm thirsty, but his body was thirsty. And then it can also cause depression, which is one of the most horrible problems that's happening now. And hunger shortly after eating. You finish eating a meal and about half an hour to 45 minutes later, you're hungry again, and you've eaten a whole meal, your body is still craving liquid. And that doesn't necessarily mean Pinot Noir. It means a glass of water. Of course, heavy sweating when you're exercising, that's a given. It's kind of a no-brainer on that one. And then medications won't work properly. That's another thing. If somebody's on certain medications and it says take with a full glass of water, take it with a full glass of water. Even vitamins. There are some supplements that recommend you take them with a glass of water.
That means 8 ounces, right?
You take 8 ounces, 6 to 8 ounces or even more. If your body feels like drinking more, go for it.
I have something I want to say. So because of the virus that's going around, a lot of people are telling us that we need to get more vitamin C. And one of the doctors I was listening to the other day said, there's that emergency. And I was like, yes, I love emergency. You just put the packet in your water and down it goes. And there's 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C and it tastes really good. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sorry if I seem like I'm plugging Zeal, because I am. I'm not selling it. I'm just telling you, I love it. It's made by the same person. The formula. The formula was made by the same person that made Emergent C. Mm-hmm. And so I love the taste and I love what it's doing. It gives you 100% of your vitamin C that you need every day. Yep. So I just happen to know that Ricki sells not Emergency, but the other one, Zeal. Mm-hmm. So contact her if you would like to try it. It's delicious.
Thank you. And thank you for the plug. The reason that I work with Zeal, among other supplements that I use, but Zeal is my favorite because it's very portable. Hi, Danita.
Hi, Danita.
Hi.
It is well formulated, and the formula is great. And it does give you, in addition to the water that you drink, and I dilute it. You usually put it, if you take a little bottle, it's in 6 ounces. I put it in 12 because I want the water. It still tastes great.
I agree.
But it gives me nutrients beyond the emergency. It's okay. In this crisis that we're in, this pandemic, what I looked at on the internet, and I've been reading about vitamin C for years, is we need close to 10 grams a day, which is 10,000 units. which means don't go drink that much emergency, but just put some more water in your body and put some more vitamin C. And if you get vitamin C, get a whole vitamin C. Because what I tell people is ascorbic acid is only one part of the vitamin C compound. It's a compound. And you need to take the whole thing. It's like having a wheel with spokes, and in the middle is it says C. Well, all those spokes contribute to the vitamin C. It's like eat an orange rather than popping an ascorbic acid pill. But if that's all you have, take them. And make sure you take a bunch of water with it. And vitamin D in addition at this point, because that helps other things to process in your system. And if you have a multivitamin, keep taking that, but boost the vitamin C. And the Zeal, I think, is tremendous. I drink, and Richard looks at me as like I'm crazy. I probably drink 4 scoops of that a day, which is 4 times the amount of the nutrients that are in there, but I'm also drinking a lot more water with it.
Right.
And so it helps to clear the toxicity, and it helps to prevent things like aching joints, bloating. Anybody for brain fog? As I said, depression. And it also helps with all those other things, the fatigue, the sleep sluggishness. And it also, water helps you with weight gain. The opposite way. It helps you to lose it.
I was going to say, help me with weight gain? No.
No. You're not alone, Marion.
Lady Lou, did you have a question?
No, I was just going to say that the Zeal sounds like a fun way to get your water.
It sure is.
It tastes really good. Yeah.
Yep. And also, here's the other thing. And I mentioned brain fog. If you're not drinking enough water, and you're not lubricating your cells, and you're not getting water into your tissues, what's inside your head? Your brain. The blood circulation is helped by water, and it also feeds your brain. Your brain is a squishy little, or big, depends on the person. It's a squishy organ. It's a computer that interprets everything that happens in your body. It controls all your body functions, including your intelligence, your creativity, your emotions, your memory, and all your senses. Sight, smell, touch, hearing, taste. Water lubricates your brain.
I have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
So somebody told me a long time ago that if you look down at your fingertips and they look kind of wrinkly, that means you're dehydrated. Is that a true statement?
Unless you've been in the bathtub for about an hour. Yeah, usually.
Okay.
That's when I know how to get out of the tub. My fingers are wrinkled. Seriously. You'll also find that your skin gets tighter, but not in a good way. It starts to, the skin on your, I know. It's the, okay, let's just say, let's get rid of the wrinkles. Drink more water.
Hey.
Yeah, well, look at the difference here. I have some blood cells here. Do you have that picture, Marion? I don't know if anybody can see this if I hold it up.
Yeah, down a little. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Those are red blood cells.
Okay.
And they look like kind of like a donut without the hole in the middle, but they're a squished kind of, there's a candy that's like that, but I'm not talking about the candy. Those are blood cells that have enough water in them. I don't have any raisins, but that's what your blood cells look like when you don't drink enough water. Literally, they literally dry up. It's like the difference between a grape and a raisin.
Okay, you're really making a lot of sense here by using visuals.
Yeah.
Right? Because we can't see inside our body.
No.
We don't really, there's no like gauge. You can't like an oil stick. You can't say, oh, we're low on water. We better add some more.
Yep, that's true. We don't have a dipstick. Lou, would you hold up your drink, please? Okay. Something like that, or a thermos, a Yeti, a whatever, that you can sip. It's not a matter of glugging the whole thing down at once, because that's what people do when they're really, really dehydrated. And then it gets to the point where you get bloated again. So you're doing yourself a disservice by gulping all that down at once. If you sip it during the day, refill it. I don't care if you refill it 12 times, but keep sipping it. Keep putting the water into your system so that you're lubricating everything in a gentle but easy to take way. Okay?
Somebody needs to invent a timer that automatically goes off every 30 minutes between 7 p.m. and 8, 10, 12 p.m. at night. And they'd have a bang-up job selling that thing.
Okay, can we create a container that has a timer in it?
I love it.
I think that's another thing we could do on the mastermind.
There you go.
There you go.
Kind of an invention we can come up with in that. What I'd like to do you have any other questions? Because I'd like to give everybody 7 tips to help you drink more water.
Oh, let's get the tips.
Go for it.
Okay, number 1, keep a bottle of water or juice with you during the day and evening. As I just said, Yeti, what you've got, a container, I don't care if it's a mug or whatever it is. Hi, Mary. Keep that with you all day and all night. I used to have the prettiest little glass jug that sat next to my bed on the nightstand, and it had its own cup. So that if I got thirsty at night, I just poured a little bit, took a sip, and covered it back up again. That kept all the dust and everything out of it. Also carry a reusable steel or glass water bottle.
Yeah, glass.
I really like the stainless steel ones and the glass ones. Of course, the glass ones, if you're a klutz, go for the stainless steel. They last longer that way. But it's also, stainless steel is inert. It will not hurt the water. Plastic ones tend to leach. I don't care how many. A lot of them say they're BPA free. That's, I'm not going to go into the technical part of it, but it's just some chemicals that leach water. And especially, here's a biggie. How many of you keep bottles of water in your car for emergencies?
No.
Okay, so I used to until I ran into people like you who told me what was happening. But now I keep water in my trunk for emergencies like a spill or something. I don't drink it, but I still keep the water in there for emergencies.
I was going to say, do not drink it.
No, I'm not drinking it.
Somewhere you know you're going to be in the car for a while. Get a little insulated container and put those ice things in it. No, the freezer things that you put in the freezer. I don't know what you call them. And keep it that way, but keep it iced, because the warm water in a plastic container is not what you want to put into your body.
Right.
Sorry. And I also recommend add a slice of lemon or lime to your water, or orange. You can do lemon, lime, orange, do the whole citrus fruit thing, and squeeze that in. Drink water before, during, after, and after exercise, whether you're playing golf or you're, out dancing, singing, whatever. Pickleball, yes. Thank you, Marion. Also, here's another one, a biggie. When you think you're hungry and it's really not lunchtime or dinner time or one of those, drink a glass of water. Very often, our body's calling, that's a signal. Our body is calling for water. And if you drink a glass of water, whether it's, 8 ounce, 12 ounce, whatever, just plain water, that may satisfy that feeling that you're getting and you think you're hungry, okay? Drink on a schedule. Set your timer. That's where we need that invention. Richard, can you invent something, please?
I love it.
A portable container that has a clock in it or an alarm that you can set. I bet you we could do that. Use your phone and then take a drink. It doesn't have to be a whole bottle of water, but just drink some sips of water. Keep the water coming into your system. Drink water in a restaurant. I'm pretty fussy most of the time, but there are times when I will just say thank you and have a glass of water with my meal or after my meal. Very often it's with sips with the meal and after the meal. If you're drinking a glass of wine or you're having a cocktail or two, make sure that you follow that glass of wine at least with one glass of water. And anytime you're drinking, make sure you also have water available. And I call it a side of water. I'll take my Pinot Grigio with a side of water, please.
Oh, that's cute.
Why not?
Yeah.
Thank you, Ricki.
That covers about 7 different things that you can do to keep the water coming in.
Thank you, Ricki. And I'm going to suggest something before we leave. It's about time for us to head out of here. If you can find a way to make your drinking glass or device looking cute, you might drink more. I'll give you an example. Yes.
Okay, let's see.
You could have little things, Yeah. You can also get the containers and put your artwork on it with the words of love and kindness and joy and all the. You could actually create your own. They make it so easy now. You can create your own and have it shipped to you, and then that way you can carry it with you, and it makes you feel good every time you drink water.
Yeah, remember the old song where you go drink, 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 and then 99 bottles of beer on the wall?
Oh, yeah. I remember
99 bottles of water on the wall.
I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope that helps people, because you really have to be aware that you're not always aware that you're thirsty. So just keep drinking the water, and you don't have to get crazy about it. Just have something handy, literally handy in your hand, a bottle, a glass, or whatever.
Handy in your hand. Thank you, Ricki. I appreciate it. Lady Lou, do you have any words of wisdom before we take off today?
Sure. We love you, Ricki, and we love your great advice. So thank you so much for that. But we do our shows every day, except on Tuesday. We do them in the evening. And we would love to have you join us every day live. And if you will go to YouTube and type in the search bar, Marian LaSalle, Natural Curiosity, it'll bring up her channel, and you can see all of our shows there, and you can watch the replays if you haven't seen them, and you can share them. And there's a great big red subscribe button. Please go over there and subscribe. We're shooting for 1,000 new subscribers, and we'd love to have you as one. And if you ring that little bell over there to the right of the subscribe button, it will send you a notification in your email the next time we go live. We'd love to have you, and love to have you as a subscriber. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I just say one thing?
Sure.
Marian and Lou, I so appreciate what you're doing. You've got this wonderful platform that is helping so many people. And I really applaud all the work that you do and all the giving that you do, because I know it's from your heart. And I just want to put a simple little plug in for myself. I'm offering free consultations right now in this crazy time for people who are having some problems, because I know there's a lot of mental confusion and some depression and a whole bunch of things going on. And I'd like to offer, as a coach, I would like to offer my time. I'll do some pro bono work and reduced rate consultations as well.
And where do they reach you, Ricki? Say it out loud for the podcast people.
Okay, my email is Ricki, RICKI, at rickimckenna.com.
McKenna is
McKenna. There it is. So thank you, Marian.
You're very welcome. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for being here.
Keep drinking. Bye.